Okay, what's this? Well, I'll go make some toast. Then I'll come back and I'll undistract you from it.
You are live, Jimmy Dore.
Hi, we've got Max Blumenthal coming up at the 5 o'clock hour. We have Scott Ritter coming up in just a half hour. But right now I want to show you this. Jim Carrey received an award in France. It's like their equivalent of their Oscar. And so I just want to show you, this is supposed to be him after he received his award. Now you tell me if this guy behaves, acts, talks, tells jokes, or even looks like Jim Carrey. You tell me.
It's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's, then I watched everybody, talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
Okay, Jim Carrey never does that. He never tells a lame joke and then laughs at his own joke. He never does that. That's not how.
Do weirder shit than that.
That's not how he acts at award ceremonies. He mocks them. In fact, here I'll show you. Here's him mocking the awards at the Golden Globe. Watch this.
Our solar system. I am two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey. When I go to sleep at night, I'm not just a guy going to sleep. I'm two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey, going to get some well-needed shut-eye. And when I dream, I don't just dream any old dream. No, sir. I dream about being three-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey, because then I would be enough. It would finally be true. And I could stop this terrible search for what I know ultimately won't fulfill me. But these are important, these awards. I don't want you to think that just because if you blew up our solar system alone, you wouldn't be able to find us or any of human history with the naked eye. But from our perspective, this is huge.
It's huge. So that's how he was mocking the importance of.
But this French award, Jimmy.
But so now here he is at another award show, even more recent.
Out of Fashion Weeks, this is the first time I run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're
I
celebrating.
mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you.
So that's how he feels about
I don't believe
icons
that you
and awards.
exist.
So for them to give him an award in France, so this is like
Give him a new forehead.
It's like a lifetime. They not only gave him this new award, they gave him a new forehead, they gave him new eyes,
Why?
they gave him a new
Star Trek alien.
they gave him a new personality, because that's not how he acts. That's how he acts. He doesn't act like he acted in this. That is not how he acts. In fact, this is what Jim Carrey looks like. This is what he looked like at that award. People are saying, well, he had face work. He had eye work. Well, when you do get eye work, does it change your eyes from brown to blue? Because this guy has blue eyes. Do you really think Jim Carrey, a guy who gives a shit about Hollywood, gives a shit about any of that stuff, actually went and he's wearing colored contact lenses, and then he got a facelift, and he got Botox? I'm finding this very, very hard to believe. That is not Jim Carrey's eyes. That's
I
not
didn't notice the eye color at all until
There's-
you just pointed out.
It's enough of that shit. When comedians and actors tell us that we're just watching a movie, but they're not part of the movie. Come on. Wake up. Come on. Who's that? I don't know. It's probably Las Vegas Jim Carrey and he lives next door to Elvis. And guess what? I don't give a fucking shit. I couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. Oh, they off Jim Carrey. Maybe, maybe not. Doubt it. This again comes back to everyone's distracted watching this shit like it's important, and it's not. The war in Iran, well, it's just Palestine over again, but you know they got away with it in Iraq, they got away with it in Iraq and everywhere else, in Libya and everywhere else. Got away with it in Ukraine, got away with it in Palestine. Why wouldn't they get away with it in Iran? I mean, they installed both. They put two ideologies right next door to each other that don't get along. Well, what else are you going to get? You put East European Ashkenazis 3-4 generations removed from Jewish bloodline who aren't even, that don't even speak the language, in Canaan through United Nations. Well, that's American meddling with shit. You westernise Iran and behind the scenes manipulate elections so that they democratically elect somebody that turned out to be a ruthless dictator. So somebody comes along clippity-clop, kind of like what Pauline is now, kind of like what Nigel Farage is in England, kind of like what Donald Trump did in America, telling everybody what they wanted to hear. He was an opportunist, took an opportunity, took advantage of the opportunity. Its advantages are taken, not given out freely. He turned out to be a worse tyrant. The West, the West's ridiculous. The West created the Houthis. The West created ISIS. The West created the Taliban. The West created on and on and on. All the caliphates. To fight against one another, oh, we need to save the people from these people and we'll train these people up. And then they're useless now and they get shit on, and then it's just a bunch of scumbags playing broken people that don't even know what they believe in against one another. They don't even know what they believe in. They're left to their own devices to read some kind of Talmudic upside down version of Quran as if it's faith based, and it's not. It's a political based religion. The way I interpreted it is, when you go and listen to someone like Shahid Balsan speak, entirely different. That's a completely different thing altogether. Not even a monster. I could live right next door to Shahid Balsan and we would be best friend neighbours. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that. It's not radical Islam, it's radical regime change. Anyway, what's it? I'm going to deprogram you. I'll just deprogram you from a whole bunch of shit if you would allow yourself to put your ridiculous ideologies away. A while back a movie came out called Don't Look Up. Why do you think they're blanking the sky out? Now everybody's scared to go outside. They think they've been poisoned. I think it's time we looked up, people.
There it is. Look at this.
It's time we looked up. We just might catch a glimpse of someone looking back at us from a tabernacle.